Hi there, Virgo. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. Welcome to March and welcome to the channel again for your Signs and Wonders reading. I hope you enjoyed your February. I hope the year is coming along nicely for you. We are going to be talking about relationships again this month. That's courtesy of Pisces. It is Pisces season right now. So we have allowed Pisces to make the decision on what it is we're going to talk about this month. So we will be talking about relationships and deepening our understanding of how we're relating to each other as we go along. I am going to be reading from some different cards than I did last month in February, though. I will be taking this reading from Colette Baron Reed's The Enchanted Map Oracle, which is my go-to deck for direction and focus, and it is also the deck that I use for the relationship map. So the relationship map is a 2-week, 4-week, or an 8-week series, or it's a set of sessions or processes that you go through if you're working on relationships. We work with couples, older couples, single. So if you're single and you still want to go through the relationship map, you surely can, because you got to work on yourself first before you start getting into a whole lot of other relationships. So you can reach out to me on the website for that. That's at wooingnature.life. You go to services and then you can find the relationship map. So I use these cards for that, and this will give you a chance to kind of get a feel for how those cards are used. And then I am going to be reading from the Sun and Moon Tarot, and this is one of my favorite decks to do love readings from because I love the love in it. It's so much love in this deck, so I like using that. All right, so Virgo, we are going to ask the spirits to just intervene and be a part of this reading right now. Just asking for some guidance for Virgo in the relationship area. So this can be any kind of relationship. So whichever it is, Spirit, that you know that this group of Virgos needs to hear, I'm opening myself up to receive that message clearly and succinctly. Thank you. All right. Oh, so when I said succinct, it said succinct. Okay. All right. So it looks like things have been a little dry in the love area here in the recent past for you, Virgo. You have been looking for any modicum of water that will quench your thirst. Okay. This season, this time is never difficult. The dry season is it's not never difficult. It's never easy for anybody. So we feel your pain. Okay. The thing of it is, though, is that sometimes those moments are needed for a number of things. One, it will make you deeply appreciate the relationships that you have. It will also help you to narrow down your needs, what's needed, what is necessary versus maybe just what is wanted or what might just be extra. Because when you're in the desert, it's all about, it's bare bones. Okay, it's not about accoutrements. It's not about extras. It's not about having more than enough, or I don't know. I'm thinking sprinkles on the ice cream. If you get the ice cream, you're good, right? So being in the desert, or having been in the desert, you have probably learned lots of lessons, and it is probably also building a different foundation for you. This is a 31. 31 breaks down to a 4, so it's probably there to help you establish a new foundation for your relationships moving forward. And when I say relationships, I do mean with an S, because sometimes we like to compartmentalize our relationships and we say, oh, well, my boyfriend or my girlfriend this, or my spouse or my husband, my wife this, whoever it is, they're like this and this happens. And so we kind of focus all of our attention on just one kind of relationship, especially if it's difficult. Same thing with parental relationships. People get focused on, oh, my mother this, my dad this, and they're constantly circling around that same thing, not realizing that relationship may be causing all kinds of other issues in other relationships. It's about how you are relating. Okay. And that's what we talk about, the bare bones. All right, so here we've got some changes taking place. We've got unexpected people coming in. There are people around that you're not aware of, that are in your circle, that may be watching you, paying attention to you, that may want to say something to you, or that may want to express something to you. You have to open yourself to it. Right now, Virgo, I'm seeing you behind the door, peeking out. You got the door kind of cracked, but you don't have the door open to receive. So there are other fish in the sea, and there are other people out there. You don't have to remain in the desert forever, but what you have to do is be a little more open, okay? And then the last thing is making a choice. Now, this is when it's going to get fun for you, because after you figure out that, there's not just one person in the world for you, that there's a lot of, fish in the sea, then you're going to have to make your choices. And the reason why I love this card so much is, if you can see, there's two doorways. You can see half, but you can't, half of the door is closed. Same here. Half is open, half is closed. The only thing that you can do, Virgo, is make a decision based on what you can see and what you're aware of. And that's what makes making decisions about relationships so vitally important. Because the thing is that you're not going to see everything. You're not going to get all the information at once. Well, what fun would that be? You have nothing to work for in the relationship, and you have nothing to overcome. You have nothing to challenge the relationship. And when things aren't challenging, they can also be very boring. Okay. So even though you may have it in your head, this kind of like dreamy idea of having a relationship where there are no problems in it, those relationships are going to bore the life out of you, and you're going to not be interested anymore. So just remember that whatever decision that you make, you're making it based on what you see and what you know and what you are aware of. So the main thing is to make sure your awareness is up. Use your eyes, use your ears, use your the sense God gave you to pay attention to those people who might be coming towards you, and just, make an assessment. Use your mind. I'm getting that very clearly, is that, Virgo, you need to use your head. Okay. So pay very close attention. Don't get your emotions so wrapped up in the situation. Use your mind. Here it is, the King of Swords, right out the bat. The King of Swords is about thinking. It's a thinking man's game, or a thinking woman's game, or a thinking person's game. Okay. So it's about setting your sights on what you desire, what you're looking for. And I would say narrow it down. That's why you got this dry desert moment going on, because you're going to narrow it down to some real basic things that are important to you. Okay. And when you see those things that are important to you, once you get that in your sights, then you have something to focus on. And then when people come and they don't have one of those three things, they're already not going to make it past go. Okay. They got to meet the standards. That's the boundary part for you. Okay. They got to meet the standards. That's how you get into the quagmire, because you let somebody overstep your boundaries, and then after a while they've taken over. You got yourself all wound up with somebody else that probably isn't somebody that you need to be bothered with, right? And this is because you need to pull your energy into 4. This is about fire. Okay, Virgo. Fire energy to me is related to the solar plexus. It's related to the 3rd chakra, and that's your will center. That's your ability to assert yourself. That's your where you stand for yourself, with yourself, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's not this is not shy. Okay, this is owning who you are, and then presenting. And whoever it is that can handle that, great. Those people who can't, they're going to the back of the bus. Okay. That's just the way it is. And again, that's about setting the boundaries. So I want you to work on your third chakra. That's a lot of third chakra energy. I'm getting a lot of third chakra energy. A lot of third chakra from everybody. So I feel like it's third chakra time. We need to get our inner fire together, okay? Because some of us have lost a lot of inner fire. This came in reverse for you, Virgo. A lot of people have lost their inner fire because they're giving up. You know, they're giving up. There's like, oh, well, it hasn't happened yet, so I give up. That's because your energy is low. So you need to pull your energy up in your third chakra, okay? You need some citrine around your third chakra. Citrine. Let me see what else you need. You can also use carnelian. You can also use emerald in that same location. And then I'm also getting quartz as well. All right, so then there's movement, okay? So once you put a fire under your butt, then there's going to be some movement. Some things can come together for you as far as meeting and connecting with the right person, finding somebody who is your equal partner, somebody who's a match with you, somebody you can build a home with, somebody who isn't afraid of traveling on some rough territory, somebody who's also not afraid of dreaming with you. So you got to go with somebody, you got to be with somebody who can ride with you, okay? Virgo, they got to be able to ride with you. It's not just the frills. It's not just the frills. You got to have somebody who can go the distance. And people who can go the distance, they can operate with the frills or not the frills. But the thing of it is you got to know if they can work with no frills first. Because the thing is if they come in with the frills, you're never going to be really sure if they can handle the no frills till you get to the no frills part, if you end up at the no frills part. And if you end up at the no frills part and they can't handle, then you're going to be double mad because you got no frills and you got no partner. So you might as well just work this right on through and just be, just continue to stay the course. Continue to stay the course. You can't give up. Can't give up now, Virgo. It ain't worth it, okay? All right. March is coming in like a lion for you all. Energy is way how they telling you. Okay, let's see what this one is here. All right, so there we go. Star card, star player, star card, star movement, connecting to your star principles, your star nations. You all need to be in deep meditation right now. There's a whole lot of information coming through for you right now. That might be why you're not in a relationship as well. So the thing is enjoy this time, or honor this time, or respect the time that you may be in the dry desert, or waiting someone, or learning to be open to someone, clearing out the reasons for these kinds of relationships and getting yourself singularly focused on what's the most important thing that you have found out from your desert experience, bringing up your fire energy and getting things moving again. Anything else for Virgo? They serious. Oh yeah, they serious with you about this. So this is the Death and Rebirth card. This is about you making a transformation. This is about this fire. Bringing up this fire. Bridging the gap between no fire and fire. Okay? Rekindling the flame within you, about you, for you, so that aspect is an aspect of yourself that has to be burned in that. Okay? And see, when the fire is on and you are on your thing, you're on it, there's nothing. You're a blaze. Star is a blaze of fire coming behind it. So that's okay, so everything is happening for a reason, and the reason is always good. So don't be complaining about that dry desert. That dry desert was there for a reason. That dry desert is a significant player in this situation here. So it's the part that you don't like the most. Virgo, this is the part you don't like the most. You can't stand this, but really this is where all of your best lessons are. This is where your strength is. This is where your ability to make this decision is going to come from. This is where you being able to boost up your power and connect to your star spirits is going to come from. Because see, if you weren't in the dry desert, you probably wouldn't think to connect to your star spirits. You would be up there looking at something else. You'd be looking at what somebody else is doing, and you be up there, putting your eyelashes on and stuff because you're going out on a date, and you up there worried about if you didn't gain too much weight or not, or something like that, and then you couldn't be focused on stuff you need to be focused on. Okay? So that's a powerful reading right there, Virgo. That's what I think. Okay. So if you would like to take the deeper dive, you know where to find me, Carrie at wooingnature.life. Also, if you want a relationship reading, you have to reach out to me through that same means, through the email, because we don't have that on the website. If you would like to go through the relationship map, if you'd like to get the relationship map and go through that, let me know. I will be glad to help you out with that. As always, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful March season, and I also hope you have a fabulous life.